How do you compare the sizes of fractions? You have now learned all you need to compare two fractions and find out which is larger or smaller, or when they are equal. For fractions with equal denominators, this is quite easy. You just need to compare the numerators. But what do you do when you have unequal denominators? The key is then to find a common denominator. Let's look at an example. You want to find out which fraction is the larger between 3/5 and 4/7. You find a common denominator by expanding 3/5 by 7 and 4/7 by 5. 3 times 7 is 21, and 5 times 7 is 35. So 3/5 is the same as 21 35ths. 4 times 5 is 20, and again 7 times 5 is 35. So 4/7 is the same as 20 35ths. Now the fractions have equal denominators, and all that remains is comparing the numerators. Since 21 is greater than 20, 21 35ths is greater than 20 35ths. Hence, 3/5 is greater than 4/7. Why don't we look at one more example? You want to find which fraction is smaller between 2/5 and 3/10. Because you know that 10 is 2 times 5, you can expand the first fraction by 2 to get equal denominators. 2 times 2 is 4, and 5 times 2 is 10. So 2/5 is the same as 4/10. You now compare the numerators. 3/10 is less than 4/10. Therefore, 3/10 is less than 2/5. Now let's look at one final example. You want to know if the fractions are equal. 26 169ths and 3 13ths. From the square numbers, you remember that 169 is equal to 13 times 13. You therefore expand the last fraction by 13 and get 39 169ths. This is obviously not 26 169ths, so the fractions are not equal. In these examples, we used different methods to find a common denominator. Which method to use is up to you. What is important is that you find a common denominator so you can compare the numerators. When comparing the sizes of fractions, you first find a common denominator, then compare the numerators.